understanding a human disease is like fixing a car. If your car breaks down, you need to open it up and figure out what has gone wrong. Similarly, to understand what is going wrong in a human disease, one needs to understand the biology of the human body, what is going wrong with the biology, and only then can one develop therapies to fix it. If you don't understand this well and you go and fix it, something else can come up and some other disease might occur. Hence, it is important to understand first what is going wrong with the disease, and only then can one go ahead and fix it. When we started studying FARC in my lab back in 2016, it was considered to be a rare human disease. It is now clear after several rounds of genetic mapping across humans that it is not so rare anymore. It is quite prevalent in populations all across the world. Secondly, we found that the enzyme, mutations of which cause FARC, is associated with numerous other things such as cancers, such as oxidative stress. So in our efforts to understand FARC, we also came across a connection of the enzyme with other human diseases. And therefore, if you go about studying a rare human disease, sometimes you might find that it connects to several other aspects of human physiology. So any therapy that is there in the market today has emerged from basic science. All questions started with fundamental science questions, and over time they have been translated to therapy or any practical application. So doing basic research is the backbone of any translational research. Both the government and agencies like Ignite have realized this, and they are enormously funding basic research with the goal to find ideas that can be potentially translated to populations or therapies or any sort of applications. So an interesting story is people found some interesting biology from extracts from the prostate gland, and they isolated and enriched some components. This component today, because it came from the prostate gland, is known as prostaglandins. Prostaglandins are nothing but signaling lipids that have very important roles in mammalian biology and human biology. And their prostaglandins themselves are used as drugs, for example, in labor pains and in gynac sort of applications. Alternatively, the popular drug aspirin inhibits the enzyme that makes prostaglandins, and by doing so, takes care of inflammation and pain. So this is a classical example of how basic biology led to translational outcomes and medicines in humans. So in layman's scenario, people have heard about cholesterol and triglycerides, but signaling lipids are fast emerging as an important field in biomedicine. We're only scratching the surface in our understanding of these lipids, their role in human physiology and disease. And in the next 10 years, I'm sure there'll be several new sort of medications and therapies that evolve around these lipids. I think several things can be done by the public. Number one is, just reading popular science articles on these, understanding them, realizing that these are important and how diet and lifestyle contributes to the effects of these lipids on physiology. Both chemical biology and neuroscience in the Indian context are developing fields, and they need nurturing both in terms of the science that's progressing and in funding. And any funding in these areas over the years will surely lead to very important discoveries that can eventually be translated to medicines or therapy.